Hey everybody, welcome back to White's World. In the last episode, guys, we built this house that's behind me, and you guys really like this house, which I'm super pleased about. I like this house as well. I feel like it turned out pretty good, and I think that this is going to be a build that in the future we're going to be pretty proud of. But since last episode, I have actually moved all the storage that I had down in the spawn chunks down there. I moved it all up here. Let's go ahead and go in here. All the way up here, as you can see, I have organized as best I can all the wood and stone and ores and everything that I have in there on both sides here, which is pretty awesome. I also added these two little posts right here with carpets on top, and I'm not really sure how I like them looking like this. I don't know if it adds something or if I honestly don't even know what it does, but I guess it looks okay. I also added coal in these furnaces. So now we have some coal in there just in case we want to smelt something up and whatnot. So yeah, this place is pretty much done. I think I did get a suggestion to make these into slabs, and I have tried that before. I tried this in the creative world where I built this. The problem I had with that was that I think it ended up having me come out like right here or something, and just it was not working well. So I decided to go with stairs, and honestly, I can run up these stairs pretty easily, so I don't think that that's going to be a problem. But yeah, so in today's episode, guys, today's episode is going to be pretty laid back. We're going to be building a to-do list board, which is something I really like to do in my single player series. The last single player series that I had a to-do list, and I use those all the time and whatnot. So yeah, today's going to be pretty laid back. I don't know how much talking I'm going to do, but I'm definitely going to be not doing a whole lot of progress today. I hope that's okay with you guys. We're going to be building the to-do list down there. But before we get into that, I have a little problem that I wanted to share with you guys. So I'll probably put something up on the screen right now, but I built my Nether portal over close to the house here, and I have a little problem with it. So when I go in the Nether, I have two Nether portals that are pretty close to each other, one for the spawn portal and one for the portal that comes to this mountaintop. But when I go through the portal that goes to the mountaintop, I end up right here at the top of the mountain, which is where I should be. Right? That's how it works. That's how it should work, and it works good one way. But when I go back through the portal, the mountaintop portal, back into the Nether, that's where I have a problem. See, I come out at the spawn chunks. That shouldn't be happening, or at the spawn chunks portal, that is, in the Nether. That shouldn't be happening. And I didn't think that these portals were really that close. I mean, the portal to the spawn chunks is, if you look over here, is way over there, and the portal to the mountaintop is over here. I don't know why it's such a big deal, why that's a problem. I may have to move portals in the Nether or something like that. It could have something to do with Y level. It could have something to do with, I don't even know what, but it could have, I don't know. If you guys have any idea as to what the problem is, let me know. Otherwise, I'll try to fix it myself. Not only do we have that Nether portal problem, I still haven't fixed the one where we're heading out to the mesa and desert and savanna areas. So I have to go around and fix that, which we might do this episode. Since this episode is sort of a little bit here, a little bit there kind of episode. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, guys, like I said, if you have any suggestions on how I can fix that problem, leave them down in the comments section. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the to-do list for today. It's a pretty simple build, but I want to get some pretty important topics that are going to lay out the following, 10, 20 episodes of this series that are going to come after this one. So today's actually a pretty important episode, believe it or not. So I'm super excited for it. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get some materials together, and after I've done that, I'll be back and we can work on that to-do list. Alright, so as you guys saw, this puppy down here is now done. Of course, the staircase right here is pretty temporary. I made a little pathway design around here. We're going to talk about pathways in just a minute, but we have a space for 9 different spots, or 9 different things that we can put on our to-do list down here for right now. So, because of that, I actually have over to the side here, I created on a notepad episode ideas, things that we can do for episodes in this world, or just things to do in the world in general. And I've numbered 9 of them that I think we should do first before anything else. Of course, this is still subject to change, but this is what I have. So, number 1, AFK fish farm. I know that there were ones that broke after the 1.11 snapshots in the actual release, but I know that there are some fixes for them as well. So I'm excited to get into that. This will also solve our name tag problem that we have, which, by the way, guys, thank you for all the suggestions for dog names. I currently have a list of, 10 to 15 names right now that I plan to put on dogs once we get them breeding, once we get more dogs in general, and once we get name tags. So that's pretty cool. Number 2, one that's very important, one that I always love to do, a tree farm. We definitely need a lot of wood. Number 3, wheat, carrot, and potato farms. Yep, those will probably go inside the mountain in here somewhere, hopefully. Number 4, melon and pumpkin farms. Cool. We definitely need those. Those will be great for villager trading. 5th, we have what I like to call hilltop did I spell that right? Beautification. There we go. Oh, come on, man. Come on, White. You can spell. So like the suggestions that you guys have been giving me, such as build a pond up here, or build some trees, stuff like that. Build a little wheat patch right over here, something like that. We could definitely do very, very soon. That won't take too terribly long, I wouldn't think. There's a lot of perfection that goes with that, though. Number 6, fight a wither. Now that won't probably come for at least another 5 episodes. But once we get enough wither skulls, that should be pretty cool. 7, zombie XP/flesh farm. That'll also be great for villager trading, as well as for just XP grinding in general. Number 8, zombie gold/XP farm. I'm not really sure which ones still work and which ones don't work, so I'll have to look into that, but I know that'll be pretty useful for this world. I think it's something in my last single player world, which I will be referencing a lot in the series probably, so if you guys don't know what that is, I'll put a little card up in the top right hand corner for you guys to go look at. But this will definitely come in useful in this world. I love gold. Gold is amazing, and that's going to be pretty awesome. I know that the XP you can get from that's pretty good as well. And lastly, but definitely not the least important, overworld transport system. That'll be fine. So whether we want to do things like a minecart track or bridges or whatever we want to do for the overworld, that's something that we can really start to work on in the coming episodes. So yeah, that's our 9 things, guys. We're gonna have a lot to do in the coming episodes, and trust me, guys, I don't think I'll ever run out of ideas for this series. That is the beauty of single player. You can pretty much do whatever you want, or at least whatever you can within the limits of the game. So there's pretty much endless possibilities for stuff to do. So if you're ever bored in a single player world, or even on a server, just think of, what farm can I make? What building can I build? How can I be creative? Stuff like that always helps out. But guys, I was talking earlier about pathways, like down here, this little pathway design that I have right here. I actually built some pathway designs in a creative world, which I want to show you guys in a minute. But yeah, so let's go ahead and head over to that creative world actually, and I'll show you guys what I have in store for you. And here we are in my creative world. As you can see, I have a lot of builds in here. If you guys haven't seen this before, I think I've showed this in other series before in the past. It's been a long time though. I've done all kinds of builds in here. Some builds from my old single player series, some builds on Afterlife currently. This is the house that we built currently in this world, in White's world. That's the little, I was just doing some testing for this thing, but yeah. So I have 4 different path designs right here that I've been kind of mulling over, seeing which one I like the most. This is the first one I came up with. It's the one that we currently have in the world, It's just some regular stone slabs and stone brick stairs on the sides. I don't like. I like this one because it looks very neat, organized, professional, that kind of thing. But on the sides, it's a little too wide and it's a little too plain. Same goes for this one. I like the fact that we use brick here. I love brick. I don't use it quite enough, but I do love brick. And yeah, this one's a lot like this one. Just the materials that we use are very different. So I don't know if it'll work better than this one. I kind of feel like this has more of like a homely feel, I guess you could say. So it might work a little bit better than this. This is very this is very modern and in whatever you want to call it. But then I have these two designs. Now you will probably notice in many of my builds I use leaves, and in my old single player world I used leaves for the main path at my main base. So I figured, why not try it here? So I have two different like natural designs here that I thought might work pretty well. This one is a lot more rough. As you can see, it has a lot more particles in it. We use some polished andesite, some cobble, and some, gravel, which isn't bad. It's not a bad combination. I do kind of like this one. But the one that I'm currently in favor of is this one right here. We're using some cracked stone brick, gravel, and polished andesite. I really like this one. It's sort of organized, but in a natural fashion. It has the leaves on the sides, which I always like. We can do some lampposts around it or do something like that. I feel like would work pretty well. Or even better, we could technically take all this stuff out. Let's get rid of that. And just use this. Just use this little pattern right here, not even have the leaves on the sides. Maybe we did like a little bit like that. I don't know, something like that. Instead of having the leaves on the sides. But I personally am a huge fan of the leaves. So I'll keep those there for right now. But I think, guys, I would love for you guys to vote on this. Let's just name this 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you guys have a preference at all, let me know down in the comment section below. If you don't, that's totally fine. I'll just pick one on my own. But what I was thinking about doing is, I think I'm going to rule out this one is a little too natural for what I'm going for, or a little too, not as organized as this one is, not as, I don't know what to really call it, but I guess organized is a good word. I'm going to rule out this one as well, simply because I don't have access to bricks right now. I don't think I could accurately depict a good pathway for that. And I think I'm down between these two. I'm leaning towards this one simply because the pathway itself is 3 wide. I'm not a huge fan of a actual 5 wide pathway, although this one is technically 5 wide. That's just adding the leaves on, and we can mix and match those leaves. So I don't think it would make that big. The leaves themselves will not make that big of a difference overall. But yeah, guys, I'm actually gonna go right now and put this design into our world, do a little bit with it, and see what I can come up with, see how it looks. I might mix it with this, have these two intersect at some point, and then see how they compare. So I'm gonna go ahead and head on into the world, and when I bring you guys back, hopefully we'll have a little bit of a comparison. So I went back into the footage, I edited what I have so far for today's episode, and I realized this came out a little bit wrong. This implies that regular zombies give off gold. That's not the case. Pigmen XP/gold farm. That makes more sense. Good job, White. Anyways, guys, I've only implemented one of the paths. As you can see, it's the one with the leaves. And what do you guys think? I personally am a huge fan of this. I think that this fits perfectly with this area. Now, I don't know if it'll fit perfectly all across the base, but definitely in this area, how I've done it, a little steady slope up. I used some stone slabs right here, the portal right here, how it's just so natural with everything. I was going to go with the more industrial feeling, modern feeling one, but this one just, I don't know. It just works. I love how this turned out. And I feel like if we start getting more buildings around here, more entrances, and we start using this path for on top and maybe something else for underground, it may work out pretty well. Hopefully. Maybe, somewhat. I don't know. still, I think that this looks pretty good. I'm super duper happy with it. But guys, that's not all that we're going to be doing today. I'm not entirely certain what else I want to do in today's episode, but we'll do a few bits and bobs here and there probably to finish things off, because the majority of this episode is pretty much done. I just want to do a few things here or there. We'll see. I may get a bunch of levels and see if we can do some enchanting. That's definitely something that we need to do. So I don't know. I'll go off camera and see what I can do, see what I have left to do, and see what I want to do. And when I bring you guys back, hopefully I'll have a few things done and will be ready to do a few more things on camera. So I went ahead off camera and I did a lot of mining. I got some good diamonds. Fortune 10 ore, got 26 diamonds, which is pretty good. Hey, Pigman. I also got a bunch of quartz to get some more levels. I got a bunch of redstone and coal and lapis and iron. All the iron and gold and stuff that I got, though, is up at my house. But like I said earlier, to finish off today's episode, what I wanted to do is enchant a few things on camera with you guys. We may name something, but probably not. I can't really think of any good names right now that I like. Let's go ahead and see what our first enchant is. Unbreaking 3. Ew. Ew. No. And no. Those are all horrible. Do we have any books? We probably don't have any books. Thank you, White, for being stupid and taking all your books up to the house. Good job, White. Good job. Yeah, there's no books. Of course there's no books. Of course. Of course. However, but if we enchant that, I won't have enough levels. You know what? We're just going to try one of the enchants. We're going to take a risk. We're going to be a risk taker today, and we're going to see what happens. Let's put in... Actually, we'll put in the axe, because actually Unbreaking 3 would be good, because we have an efficiency 4 right now. Thinking smart. Whoa. Now that is an axe. Not a huge fan of the silk touch, but that is an axe. I like that. Unbreaking 3. Prot 4. Oh, I already have Prot 4. I already have 2 Prot 4 boots. I'm gonna go with a shovel. Hey! That was a good enchant. What else do we have in here? Ew, Thorns 2. Depth Strider 3. I'll probably go for the Depth Strider 3 next and combine those with boots. But those are actually 2 pretty good enchants. And if we combine... I have an anvil. Did I take my anvil up with me to the house? Did I leave it down here? I don't remember. Let's head up here and see if we took our anvil with us or not. Head into the house. We didn't. Plug those in. An efficiency 5 diamond axe. Got some pretty good stuff. Our silk touch. We need to get mending on all of these. I need to get an arrow for the bow. I need to make a better sword. And I need to make some good armor. We're still rocking diamond boots and the rest iron, so we could use some better armor. We'll put these back, actually. Put those there. Get away from those stupid darn nether portal sounds. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for today's episode. I hope y'all enjoyed. We didn't do a whole ton today. We didn't get a whole lot of progress done today, but got some pretty important stuff done, and I hope y'all still enjoyed it. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for watching this episode in White's World. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead, smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and or not already subscribed. Anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you later.